In this video, we will guide you through the installation process of VirtualBox, which is a virtual machine software offered by Oracle, and it is free to use. Now, if you already know about the concept of the virtual machine, then you can skip to the installation part, otherwise continue with us from here. Okay, so the idea of virtual machine is that it makes you to be able to install other operating systems called guest OS inside the main OS, which also known as the host OS, without needing to have multiple physical computers. Sounds complicated? Don't worry. In simple words, it basically implies that you can have multiple operating systems running using just one physical computer, eliminating the need of actual hardware for every single operating system. So how does this virtual machine work? When you install virtual machine, it creates an isolated environment on the host OS, and the guest operating systems are kept separated from the host OS and other VMs. In a simple diagram, we will show you the working procedure of a virtual machine. We have divided the diagram into 4 simple layers for your better understanding. First layer. Here we have the physical computer, which is the hardware part like CPU, GPU, memory, storage, etc. Second layer. This is the main operating system, which is known as the host OS. After that, we have third layer, which is hypervisor. Now it is that part which enables the virtualization on the host OS. It separates the physical resources from the VMs. Final and fourth layer, guest OS. Here you can install different operating systems in isolated environment. So now let's have a look at some of the benefits of using virtual machine. Flexibility. Makes you run multiple OSs on a single hardware. Cost effectiveness. By running multiple OSs on a single computer, you can eliminate extra cost of buying physical computers. Testing and deployment. As the OSs are kept in isolated environment, creating the perfect way for testing and development of projects without affecting the host OS. Even if one VM crashes, others remain intact. Restore and backup. VMs are super easy to recover and backup. Now let's get to the installation procedure. Open the VirtualBox website. Click on download. As we are using Windows machine, so we select the Windows host. You select the version according to your operating system. Click on Windows host. And the file has started downloading. Okay, so we have the installation file. Install the VirtualBox using the setup file. Double click on it. Select yes. And go through the installation procedure. Okay, so the VirtualBox is installed on our system. Click on finish. Opening the VirtualBox from start menu. And this is the interface when you open the VirtualBox for the first time. Now for the guest OS, we will use Linux Mint, which has similar interface like Windows. Now on this window, you can find different options to choose from. And from here, we will create a new virtual machine. But before that, we need to download the ISO file for the Linux Mint. So let's go to the Mint website and download the ISO file. Now here you can find another 2 options, which is basic mode and expert mode. Now if you want to play around with the tools and other things, then you can choose the expert mode, but we will keep it as it is. So let's go to the Mint website. Click on Linux Mint. Now click on download. Again click on download, and from the link you can download the ISO file. So the download has started and it will take some time. Okay, so the download is complete now, and now we can create the new virtual machine. Click on this new button. Let's give it a name, Linux Mint. Browse the ISO. Now there is an option you can see, proceed with unattended installation. It basically automates the installation process, but we will not go with this option. We will do a manual installation. So let's uncheck this option and click on next. Now this window is very crucial. It says resources allocated to the VM will not be available to the host when the VM is running. So we have to choose the settings very wisely. Come to the memory option. On this device we have 8 GB RAM, and by default it has taken 2 GB RAM. As we are using Linux Mint, which does not require that much of RAM, so we can go with this option. Come to the CPU, we have 12 cores and we can increase the number up to 4 cores. On storage we have 25 GB. We can go with this option. Now select this EFI option, which is the modern firmware. Now click on next. Take a look at the configuration summary and click on finish. Now click on the start button. And the installation process will begin shortly. Close this side window. Now you can see different options on this page. So we will go with the first option, Start Linux Mint. Select this option and press enter. So the installation process has started and it will take some time. Okay, so we are on the Linux Mint desktop. Now let's install the OS. Click on this Install Linux Mint. Select the language and click on continue. Now we will not install any multimedia codecs, just click on continue. Now we will go with the first option, erase disk and install Linux Mint, and click on install now. Select the time zone and click on continue. Set a name, let's name it Mint user. Choose a password. Log in automatically and click on continue, and the installation begins. Press enter. Okay, so we are on the Linux Mint desktop, so that means installation is successful. Okay, now let's check the IP for the guest operating system. So click on this network icon, select network setting, and you can see the IP for this guest operating system is 10.0.2.15. Now let's do a ping test so that we can confirm that we are able to communicate to the guest operating system from host operating system. So let's open terminal and do the ping test. So the command is ping space the IP for the guest operating system, which is 10.0.2.15, and press enter. So you can see we are not able to communicate with the guest operating system. That's because it has different IP than our host operating system. So let's find out the IP for our host operating system. Go to the network setting, and we are connected to the Wi-Fi network. Select this, and from here you can see the IP for the host operating system, which is 192.168.0.223. So these two are different network. So what we can do now, we need to change some settings in the VirtualBox. So click on this device icon, click on network, go to network setting, and you can see there is an option attached to NAT. Select the drop down and select bridge adapter and click on OK. Now let's see if the IP has changed to our host OS network. Click on this network icon and now click on network setting, and you can see the IP4 address which has changed to our host operating system network, which is 192.168.0.116. So let's again do the ping test. .192.168.0.116, and let's see if we are able to communicate to the guest operating system. Press enter, and you can see we can communicate to the guest operating system. So that was it. We hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.